Hey, and welcome to video number 2. We're going to talk about creating your customized plan so that you can apply it to what we're going to be teaching. So let's jump right in. The first thing I want you to figure out is who is your audience. You may know this, you may not know this, but it's really important before you actually get started to really know your audience. And when I say know your audience, I'm not saying just a general view of your audience, but really dig deep into understanding their needs, their problems, and what they need from you as a business owner to solve their problems. And the question is, have you done demographics analysis as to know your biggest client, what they look like? Not in terms of hair or anything like that, but what they look like. Are they female? Are they male? Are they a certain age group? Are they a certain education? And things like that. Because if you don't know that already, then when you create your content and everything like that, it's actually going to be a lot harder, and converting them is going to be a lot easier once you have an idea of your demographics. So if you haven't already done this, I'd recommend that you go ahead and check out a site. It's free. It's quantcast.com. So check out quantcast.com if you haven't. It's free. Pause this video, go ahead and go there. And in fact, let me go ahead and do that right now. So if you go to quantcast.com, what you can do is you can enter a domain name. Now, not all the domain names are going to give you results, so here's what I normally do. Normally I type in a keyword. So let's say, for example, that I am selling golf clubs or golf reports, like how to increase your swing, how to be more accurate, and things like that. So I'll type in golf. And what Quantcast will do is it'll give you a list of sites, and you can basically go through these lists of sites. And what you're trying to figure out is not necessarily the rank or the traffic at the moment. You're trying to figure out the audience, right? So let's take a look at this. Okay. So golfchannel.com, we've got 101,000 uniques per day. That's a lot. But we're not really particularly interested in that. We're interested in the US demographics. So the demographics tells us a lot, because if we know our audience, then you obviously can sell to them better, right? Because then you know their problems, their needs, and things like that. So if you haven't done this already, you need to do this. And you basically need to type in the keyword. It doesn't matter if it's your competitor or whomever, you need to figure out your demographics. So in this case, for golf, we can tell that it's mostly male men that are about 45 to 65 years of age. They have no kids. They are top earners, tend to have college or grad school, and they tend to be Caucasian. Does that sound like the typical golf enthusiast? Yes, that does. We can take a look at other sites and see if that adds up. So male, older age, no kids, higher income, higher education, and Caucasian. So we have essentially created a demographic profile that is essential to creating content, knowing their problems, knowing what they need, and what they want to buy from you. Because then you're going to be able to relate to them more, especially if you're selling something that you're not really familiar with. Let's hope that you are. But if you're not, demographic analysis either way is going to help you a lot. Let's brainstorm a bit. Let's talk about 3 things. Website. I want you to just visualize, what do you want to see as the end result? You see a website, it's getting people to your site, you're getting people to the site, you're converting them onto your autoresponder, you're growing your list. How do you see yourself growing your list? It doesn't matter if you're an online business or an offline business. How do you see yourself growing your list? Now I'm going to give you some ideas in just a minute, but what methods actually come to your mind? Because I'm actually going to expand on that later down the road, but I want you to think. Just get some ideas. There's no wrong or right answer right now. List conversion and monetization. How do you see yourself building a relationship with your list? And what kind of content do you think that you can give to them that will gain their trust and help you stand out from your competitors who are just selling, selling, and selling? Because guess what? The secret is if you give valuable content, your customers and your potential customers will actually come to you versus your competitors, especially if you're selling the same thing. Now, just some ideas here. I know you're probably brainstorming and thinking, especially if you're on an offline business. If you're an offline business, it really makes no difference if you're an online or offline. But if you're a local business, oftentimes it may be a little bit harder to get somebody who walks through your store onto your website or onto your list. But one way that you can do that is with a freebie in the form of a coupon, discount, special offer, or advice. And you can easily do this by putting up a sign up or even getting people to do it right then and there at the cash register. For online business owners, obviously it's going to be a little bit easier because your customers are on the internet anyways. But just keep in mind about how you will get people to your website. Because when we actually expand on it in Module 2 and Module 3, then you'll actually get a clear picture of how you can really impact and make a big impact on your customers, on your subscribers, and everything like that. So let's jump right in to video number 3.